Hello, hello. Welcome to today's coffee. I hope you are well and good, feeling the love, or at the very least, being the love. Okay. We're having a heat wave right now, and it's getting to people. The energies of the people are a little tumultuous, but you have a high tolerance for all of the people. Okay, you appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. Beautiful. Tolerance, okay, high tolerance. An understanding, a recognition that everybody is going through their stages and phases. Unvarying levels. Multidimensionally. So what you are seeing on the surface, right? Depths. Reading the room. Okay. Okay, tolerance. We've got a high tolerance. Yes, beautiful. What world we live in where an open bottle does not drip? Okay. Bizarre. A bizarre land. Okay, beware of distractions was on the bottom and it caught my attention, but we're talking about tolerance and togetherness, okay? The people treat people like toddlers. Kinda. Where they're upset, they're tired, and they're upset, they're tired, they're hungry, right? They're exhausted, they're overworked, underappreciated. And so when they get a bit snippy, when they get a bit short, when they get a bit whatever, it's like pouring more love into their cup because their cuppeth run dry, right? They are hitting a wall. They got no more F's to give, right? We've all been there. And that poor person just happened to be there to receive some of it, right? Sorry. Oh, duality, yes. Your awareness of the light and the shadow, unprocessed emotions and traumas and wounds, and how this can surface, right? Because of your work with spirituality and balance of your light and your shadow, your tolerance is higher because you can sense the love in everyone, right? This fosters, highlights, encourages, amplifies the energy of togetherness, which we need to do because whether we like it or not, we're all in this together, right? The illusion is that we're not. But we are being all working together for the same goal, all collecting honey for everybody. If the bee were to just collect honey for itself, it would only, no, where was I going with that? This collective pooling was where I was going with that. And how it is like many hands make light work, and collective intentions magnify, amplify. Okay. So Jera, sweet harvest and reward after much hard work, right? The honeybee works hard for her honey. She works hard for her honey, so hard for her honey. She works hard for her honey, and she likes to spread it around. What? Her honey. Yes. Okay. She's sharing it with everybody. Okay. What's coming up for us? What do we want to talk about? This tolerance, togetherness, duality, and independence. Okay, it's funny, this independence with tolerance and togetherness. But I'm getting that anchored, sturdy, stability, standing, and how all the anchors are like tether points. So you can be independently cultivating, but you are energetically connecting with many, right? We are joined energetically. Separation is the illusion, right? So this level of togetherness through tolerance, it's like holding, what is it like? I'm getting lots of different visuals of, points, nodes, right? And how when the nodes collect, it creates, or connect, it creates a blanket. You don't need everyone to be a node. You just need to have nodes locked in certain areas. Okay, we've got the Page of Cups, and I'm getting this newness in your being, right? As the princess, the juvenile feminine energy to the queens, right? The Queen of Cups. And she's learning how to align what she thinks with what she speaks. This mindfulness of what goes in the cup, right? Of your liquid sunshine. What's going in? What words? What thoughts are aligning, right? We can have words, we can have thoughts, but when they are in coherence with each other, then they form substance that fills your cup. Okay. Something like that. It's hot. Yeah, we got a solar flare today and tomorrow. Extra hot sauce. And not on the side. It was just drizzled all over the place. Okay, what do we got here? We've got temperance. Beautiful. Confirmation of duality, right? This earth angel is demonstrating the balance between the masculine and feminine, the heating and the cooling, the light and the shadow, and the process of integration, right? This dualistic nature is an illusion in the sense that it is two separate things, but it is two aspects of the whole, right? Just like the yin yang symbol, the masculine and feminine. It's like the left or the top and the bottom of the coin, right? Which I have one here, oddly enough. I don't know why, but I've got a loonie, okay? I guess it could have been called a lunar, but then it would have been like a moon, which, anyways, it's got a loon on it. And Queen Elizabeth. Okay, but the coin is a coin because it has both the heads and the tails, right? It's like, pick a side, right? Loony. It's a loon. Loon or queen. Loon or queen. Loon. Okay. What am I trying to say? Yes. So light and shadow, masculine and feminine. It's a two-sided coin, but it is a coin. It is a whole thing. It can't be a coin if you took one of the sides away, is my point, right? So this dualistic, this idea of I guess two halves of a whole. Anyways, I don't know where I'm going with that. I went somewhere and then I didn't know how to get back. Okay. So this illusion of separation, this duality, it's not an if or that, it's an integration, it's a wholeness, it's a combined, integrated whole. And this duality plays out all over the place, right? Like the cohesion between your thoughts and your words, your being and your doing, right? You're sleeping and you're waking, Okay. Okay, so temperance. Okay, what's this guy? Oh, it's the sun. Okay, beautiful confirmation. We are already feeling the effects of the sun. And it's hot. Damn hot. Whoops. Okay, and then these two. Oh, look. You gain strength through connecting and balancing of all your levels. Okay. The sun is the brightest circle I know, shining its light on the people below, helping the plants and flowers to grow. Yes, the sun is the brightest circle I know. I went way too low. Okay, so we're talking about balancing. Look at this. We're being independent. We're focusing on the cohesion of our thoughts and our words. We're gaining strength through our connecting, through our processing, through our balancing of all the aspects. We're recognitioning process, right? And dedication. The honeybee is dedicated to its work, right? And so it's like contributing to the whole, contributing to the honeypot. And the sun being gorgeously bright, okay? And the Nine of Cups, your emotional regularity, maintaining it, holding it, grounding it in, okay? All of these things, I tell ya. I'm getting the balance between engaging with the public, with the people, where you are demonstrating your tolerance for alternative energies, right? You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in everyone. But also checking in. Okay, I seen, I saw, and now it's time to tap back in, tend, and recalibrate, right? This lion is that regeneration, that allowing yourself the time to recuperate your energy, to regenerate your stores, energetic and otherwise, so that you can engage with patience and love. For the same reasons that you have tolerance with other people, right? Not everybody gets the opportunity to pull away and restore and regenerate before they go out and engage, right? Some people are in various stages of recognizing that they even need that kind of a thing. And so your tolerance is also like a holding space. And this needs balance, because then you're no better than the other people. Not that that's the case, but you're likely to get swept away instead of this standing firm in your own. Okay. Okay, we got the Hanged One and the sun coming out. Okay, so major heat wave confirmation. Yes. The sun has come out twice. Okay. And it's just as beautiful. And the Hanged One. This period of standstill. It's more of a physical standstill. That's what I'm getting with the Hanged One, right? It's like physically you may not be able to move ahead or to push forward or to do or whatever, right? But while you are in this period, this is a good time to regenerate and restore, right? To tend and to hone and to regulate until you get the inspiration to act, to move, to run with it, to roll with it. Okay. Let's get a fairy card. And see what happens for us. What guidance the Fae have for us. Okay. Who's coming up? Oh, there's somebody. Oh, there's somebody. And there's somebody. And I'm pretty sure somebody flipped the green woman. Okay, green woman. The sage. Ooh. Oh, that gnome. Uh-oh. And Penelope Dreamweaver. Cool. Okay. So apparently the Fae had lots to say. Okay. The Green Woman. Wildness, natural magic, expectant gratitude, and untrammeled creativity. Okay, Green Woman speaks to us of caring for our growing ground and of the physical satisfaction of being our natural selves and practicing our own innate magic. This is a time for enhancing the growth of our talents and abilities, a time of blossoming that will bear fruit. It may also be a time of growing maturity and self-confidence, experience, trusting yourself, and trusting the process of growth. Beautiful. She also reminds us of material reward ahead, the harvest of the seeds we have planted and nurtured. She counsels boldness and perseverance in the face of adversity. Yet she also reminds us that sometimes the only action we can take is to wait patiently and keep growing. Okay, beautiful confirmation of this hanged one, centering, conservation, and honing of your natural magic. Beautiful. Born from your emotional regularity, right? Okay. Oh, Penelope Dreamweaver wants to be next. And she talks about inspiration, magical dreams, and visions. Seek visions and inspiration. Be aware that they are often subtle and require close attention. Fantasies, dreams, and daydreams are all places an inspiration fairy can contact us, but she can also pop up unannounced in the midst of the most ordinary of activities. In the bath, washing the dishes, driving the car, or anywhere else that our mind is half occupied and half running on idle. Pay special attention to unsought inspirations at this time. They have something wonderful to offer you, but it is up to you to catch them and bring them into reality. Okay. And then we have that gnome. Trickster, creative chaos, wild gifts, breaking habits and patterns. You know, was it yesterday's reading or the day before? And we had the hyena and there was another one. Anyways, there was two tricksters and jokesters. So there's that sort of wild chaos energy, and the wild cat came out too. Okay, let's see what this says. It's time to leap into the air, letting the earth turn beneath you and discover where you can come down again. Reasonable risks are okay. Even unreasonable risks are probably okay. Use your head and look before you leap, of course, but do so understand that the actual jump is likely to be very rewarding. No guarantees, but then there never really are anyway. No matter how pretty the paper they may seem to be printed on and the scroll work around the edge. In a reading, the presence of that gnome, sorry, did I show him? Tells us that the forces of chaos are at work. Things may not be as they seem, and this may very well be a good thing. Yes. Look for the unexpected, find the opportunity in it, and go for it. He says that no matter how confused things may seem, there is always a way to make them better, but it is a creative way, one you haven't tried before. He says, think amazing new thoughts, okay? And so I feel like this is part of this tolerance. While you're out there, you may have an interesting collection, variations of responses, how people are engaging, reacting, and responding to you. And know that not only are people dealing with all their own crazy, right, and the world and the environment and their life and their people and their routines and all this stuff, but you also hold a very powerful energy and you bring up things in people through your energy. You're like a mirror that exposes people's shadow, and when they are not ready or aware or asking for it, it just kind of happens in your vicinity, right? Then the responses that you get, you're picking up on all of the responses. So the thing is, don't take things personally. It's got nothing to do with you, even though it kind of does, it doesn't, right? And so be graceful, be tolerant, send them love, right? Send them love. I think that's the best thing we can do in those situations, is to not take things personally. We've all said and done stuff where as soon as we said it and done it, we were like, ugh. And then, the other person reacts, and then we have to either defend our position, deny, or whatever, right? But if somebody doesn't react, it's kind of like they have to sit in what they brought to the table for a second. Not all things need to be pointed out. Some things can be discovered in other ways. Okay. And then we've got the sage, wisdom, hidden knowledge, retreat, old age, and patience. It's giving me Odin vibes with his one eye here. Here we see wisdom and deep inner understanding. One of the keys of wisdom is to organize, integrate, and simplify one's thoughts. Complexity often leads to confusion. Simplicity is to be valued. This card signifies mental discipline informed by balanced learning and compassion. Tradition is valued, but appropriate change is accepted. The sage knows when to let go and when to move on. He knows when to retreat and think things over. He compassionately and wisely shares his knowledge with others, teaching by example as well as by precept. The scales of justice are balanced in the sage's hands. This card in a reading also signifies the need for deep consideration and refined judgment applied with compassion and mercy, right? Refined judgment applied with compassion and mercy. Yes, this is in line with our tolerance levels that we are employing out in the world when engaging with others. This inner wisdom and awareness that there are multi levels of waves hitting people from all directions, and the majority of the people out there aren't even conscious of it, right? And so because you are aware, because this empowers you to have patience for all the people Somebody doesn't have patience, give them some of yours, right? Okay. We're also gonna get a couple of these guys. That one. And those two. And they all flipped face down. Surprise cards. Okay, this one on your emotional regularity, telepathy. Okay, so this is another byproduct gift of your emotional regularity, your ability to tap in, connect, balance, right? It unlocks gifts like telepathic abilities, being able to feel and see. And this is the same with your tolerance, right? This is the same when, like a parent, when you know that your kid is tired because they didn't have a good sleep last night and hungry, and you're trying to get them to eat something, but they don't want it because they've passed that point, right? You have a certain level of patience and tolerance and compassion for them. You're not taking their behavior personally because you understand that they're tired, they're exhausted, they're hungry, they're overwhelmed, they're overstimulated, whatever the case may be. And that's what I mean by when you're engaging with people and you have this higher level of awareness, tolerance with love is also your ability to see, right? And feel. Somebody is flipping you the bird, right? And you can just see, oh, they're tired and hungry. Okay, sorry. Right? Okay, and these two, indication and value. Okay, so you are focusing on things of value and watch for signs that lead you to true love. This is the discrimination, right? Your discernment, your ability to focus on whatever you set your attention to. And so a mindful awareness of what you are focusing on. Don't focus on the things that you don't like. You will get more of those. Focus on the things that you do like, that you value, that you appreciate, and you will energetically strengthen those things. Okay, let's get an astro card. Okay. Seems how I think today's the last day of the planetary basket. It's like they're all 4 degrees away from the sun or Earth. And it's Venus, Jupiter, is it Mercury and Pluto? Maybe. Anyways, there's 4 planets all in 4 degrees of something, and they make this like little basket looking shape, depending on your perspective. Okay. Oh, look, Pluto. Pluto. Okay, we got all the cards here. Too many. So we'll just read the word that comes with him, and we'll look at the pictures. Okay. And of course the numbers, maybe. Okay, so Pluto, where do you go, Pluto? There you are. Pluto is rebirth, so that's beautiful. This is that I'm getting the shifting of the poles, right? I'm getting the turn of the wheel. For the last couple of readings, we've been talking about this wheel, the karmic wheel flipping. And You don't have to do anything. It's already been done, right? Now the karma wheel is going to flip, and I feel like Pluto, see, I don't know if you know anything about like poles flipping. It's kind of like that, dear. I'm getting that with the rebirth, okay? Death and rebirth, the death of the old, the rebirth of the new, the flipping of the coin, right? The flipping of the switch. It was the flipping of the wheel. It was one way, and now it's another way, right? And then we've got digest. So look at this wheat, Virgo. So consider what you are consuming at this time, because it is contributing to your basket somehow. We've got conjunction and alliance with 51. This is that movement. I'm getting soul tribe movement here with all the geese. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Geese are flying. 51 geese are flying. Okay, we got Mars, a 22. There's your sword of truth, standing firm in your passion. Motion, taking action when passionately guided. Dang it, there we go. And Juno, a 31, and partnership. Beautiful. And I just saw a fun fact that these birds here, parrots, the blue macaw or whatever, they were endangered, almost extinct, and now they're not. They're back. So that's great. So something about partnerships, okay, alliances. We do have the togetherness with the Juno here. Okay. Okay. Is that it? I feel like we got the message. This is a time for empowering, conserving, restoring, balancing, tending, practicing, regulating, and knowing that your fruits are coming up ripe. Right? I'm looking at my scarlet runner beans, and I've got a bunch of little scarlet blooms everywhere. All those blooms are going to be beans soon. In divine timing, right? When the moon is in its 7th house. I don't know. That's the age of Aquarius. Okay. What do you got here? Sacred friendships and boundaries. Okay. You are creating boundaries around you through your resonance tending, and only sacred friendships may enter here. And the cardinal is standing out on his head because I thought it was a Santa hat. And I'm like, that's weird. That's weird. Did you get Santa hat from that? But it's actually, I'm like, this box is a tiny Santa hat. It's a cardinal. So look up the spiritual meaning of a cardinal and what that bird means spiritually. Okay? Yes. This is what I got for you today on this hot, hot day. Wherever you are, hopefully you are not melting. Okay, this chaos energy, that's what that gnome was talking about. There's chaos energy around, and so to not get caught up, things aren't as they seem. So now is a good time to connect and center and tend to your own, because that's true, right? Your sword of truth is your stabilizer of gorgeousness. Okay. Love and appreciate you, and hope to see you next time. Bye for now.